Boom. The person waiting on me. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Night, night.
Good night. I'm hearing you.
Okay, good. How are you doing?
Good
Hmm?
question. Good question. But I'm here. I'm alive. And people ask that is like, do I say? What do I say? So,
Yeah. It's either well, you're tired, you're hungry, you're good.
we're good.
One of them in between.
Put it like that. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're alive. I
You don't
call it
really
that.
look too sleep deprived, so you're good. So you're good. All right. Introduce yourself. Who are you?
Well, my name is Orville Spence, and I represent 1006 Photography.
Okay. Wait, repeat the end, please.
1006 Photography.
Oh, 1006 photography.
Yes.
Okay. Photography.
Yes.
Photography. We have I wouldn't say we have a great amount of photographers on the island because someone may say we're still lacking some, as each photographer, well, how should I say this? You have some photographers who concentrate on certain markets. You have some who only do weddings, you have some who only do birthday parties, some that only did parties when outside did a keep and that type of thing.
Right, right.
So for the ones who were very strict with their or had their niche, some may had switched up depending on um, COVID. But my question to you is, were you always into photography, or was it something that changed up in your life and you ended up finding the love for it?
Well, to be honest, I did not start in photography. I started in music as a DJ, working from various top nightclubs to being on
Hmm.
Renaissance to traveling the world, visiting
Oh,
various continents and countries, Canada, the UK, Switzerland,
you did go
Germany, all
hard,
those
man.
places. You understand?
You
So
did out and about.
yes, I was a DJ for Baby Sham, who is now Sham, and so I've been on the road. You understand? But
Mm-hmm.
art, and let me put it like that, art have always been a part of my life, not just music, but I used to draw. I used to love drawing, and then I stopped. And then about 2010, a friend of mine, introduced me back to the art, but through photography with a camera.
Through photography
Right. So it's no drawing, but with a camera.
with a camera.
With
That's
a,
interesting.
yes.
That's different. Because
Yes. And
some people would only concentrate on drawing as in pen and paper or pencil or
yes.
crayon. But you can create a lot of images and emotions through photography.
Through photography. So it's the
Um,
same. So that's how I went about just thinking about the art as a photographer and as somebody who can draw. So that's where my concepts come
mhm.
from, and that's where my ideas come from. And what would I like to see? What would I like to do? But yeah, and this is before COVID, so I've been into
That's
photography
before.
before COVID.
How has COVID affected your photography life?
Well, it has drastically affected it because before COVID, I used to be out and about again, um, going on the road, shooting anything that appeals to me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, mixing with a few people because I'm a people person. No, no, let me rephrase that. I'm a person. I'm a person. People people being in the crowd is not my favorite thing, even though I was a DJ. So
Well,
that had to
that's
be
interesting. Persons
Right. That
think
that
that
that came from two different
DJs love
personalities.
what they do because of the crowd, because of the
Yes.
persons, but
Yes.
you love to DJ for the art or slash music,
Right.
but not for the crowd.
Right. I love music and I love what it does to people. I love when people get in a whole different space and vibe based on what I am doing. You understand?
Hmm.
But to be just in a crowd like that, just standing in a crowd is not me. It has to have a purpose. But I'm a person,
Okay.
so I can relate to
Okay.
a person I can interact no matter where they're from, background, creed, no matter. Person. I'm good with persons. People. It's a whole different matter. As my friend Sean Paul brother Jason would say, I don't like people at all, but I can be with a
I
person.
like people.
No, I don't like people. But I get it. I get it. I understand it because, people sometimes don't understand what is happening. And a crowd
Hmm.
can be led astray. I get
True, true.
a crowd can be led astray, but a person will stop to think about what is it that needs to be done and how to go about doing it. You understand? And that's the reason
Yeah.
why.
And okay, that was an interesting one. You don't meet so many that say they love what they do, but they don't love the crowd.
Right,
While some love the crowd, love what they do and love the crowd.
right.
But
So,
it doesn't take away from what you're giving to the persons, and
right,
that's good.
right.
That is good.
What I've noticed is
Um,
people tend to do things for the reaction rather than to
hmm.
do things because they enjoy it.
And
Yes.
that can be a problem.
Right. So a guy will take up music because girls follow DJs. Not because of the
Hmm.
music and what he can put into the music and bring with the music and help the music, but because females follow it. It's enough.
Hmm.
You understand? So you're missing the love for the art, but you're going with the crowd.
You're going with the crowd.
Right. So something like that.
So it's like the person could get best of both worlds,
Right.
but they're just focusing on one side of the
Just
picture.
one side of the thing. And like the guy before me just said, it takes the love, so you have to master the basics first before you can move on to other things.
What in the also with photography? I have seen on Instagram where persons say, "Oh, this photography not edit good," or "This photographer don't take good picture." For persons who know a little bit about photography, knows that camera quality, camera settings, angles, lighting, background has all a lot to do with it, to do with the result that you get.
Yes.
Now, for someone starting out, right, in photography,
Mm-hmm.
we may not know the names of the different cameras, but what guidelines